We're good. All right, hey guys. I'm Patrick Hoban. Here we go. This is the finals of the Circuit Series in Atlantic City. We have Tyree Tinsley and Aaron Furman. Furman does not have a win yet, and Tyree actually has 2 wins. He won YCS Rhode Island in 2011, and he won YCS New Jersey about a year ago. It was in May last year. And so New Jersey might just be his lucky state.
Yeah.
If he wins, he will be immortalized. There are very, very few people who have 3 wins.
Especially before you have 10 tops.
Yeah. When you
So
think
it's-
of names with 3 wins, it's like Jerry Wang and Iman Ganahian and Angel Flores. Very short list. It's pretty prestigious.
What about that 4-win list?
Yeah.
Man, it's Satella Knights versus Satella Knights. I think we played the wrong deck.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they worked on their decks together. Do we have the deck list? Are they online? Here, I'll pull them up on my phone.
Oh, cool.
I was about to say, where's Furman? He has his iPad. But,
That Battle Guard Howling, I was so afraid of that card in top 4. I thought I was going to get, like, destroyed by it.
What is that? I don't actually know what that card does.
It, like, it bounces a card, and then it burns for the attack. So, like, it
wait,
doesn't need
is this a spell or a trap?
it's a trap out of the new set.
Can you just play it?
You
Is
can
it
just play it. You don't have to attack or anything. Just, like, on summon of a window, you can just, like, bounce it and burn for 22.
What is this?
Is it only on summon?
Yeah, but
Oh.
you have to control a warrior or something like that.
I
It's not
see.
it's not on summon, but
I was like, what kind of card is that? That is like,
A compulsory
yes.
yeah.
with magic cylinder.
Except it's not good against established fields.
You know, Furman actually made the. Did you guys get Furman's password? Furman actually made the finals of the Circuit Series recently. I think it was Milwaukee.
DC? Oh.
Yeah.
It was Milwaukee.
Oh, we
yeah.
lost in top 4 in DC.
Firefist, I think, or Girgia? No, Girgia with the
He
fire
played,
hands.
yeah, he played Girgias with the Fire and Ice hands. And then he made top 4 at the next one in DC, right? And then, so, Furman's been doing really well lately, actually.
Yeah.
Man, better than you.
No kidding. A little bit of a dry spell. Alright, let's see. Yeah, both of them are good friends with each other. I'm almost positive they worked on their decks together.
Did that whole group that played Stella Knights?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Fire Fist of the format, as we were saying.
Yeah, basically. It's literally like +1 Firefist.
Man, I don't know. They're in the finals. Those results.
Yeah, it's a good deck. Like, the ability to make the same play consistently is just insane. Like, the Neb is ridiculous. Just the fact that it's an on-summon search. And they play triple call, I think.
Well, that was a good point. Why? That gives me an idea why, like, a reason that the deck is not good, because, like, it does the same thing every time, every turn, and that the thing that it does is not that good. Dragoonies used to do the same thing every game and win every game. So these do the same thing every game, but it's not a good thing.
But it's like playing against it just seems kind of overwhelming. Like, that's how I felt playing against Furman. Like,
The
with the
only
Altair plays, it's just like nothing goes through. Like, after he resolved the second Emerald effect, like, I knew I lost game 1 because he just has infinite plays. It seems like.
Every time I play against that deck, I feel like they need floodgates to win, really. Which, like, they're very good at getting advantage. I guess they're good at doing damage, but they can't really do unfair things. And it just seems like I don't know. They have kind of a low ceiling almost, but
The only thing I'm afraid of in that deck is Shadow Imprisoning Mirror.
they're all right. They're all ice, so they can just side Shadow Imprisoning. They're all warriors, so they can side rivalry. Gozen
Yeah.
were good. They could all side Gozen since
They have
they're
a
all
great
light.
typing matchup. Like it does for like everything. The light warrior.
Yeah, they can side
level 4.
Fissure, Macro Soldiering. They probably don't side Macro, but
But yeah, they have like infinite floodgate
Yeah.
cards that they can side. Yeah.
which,
Great
God,
tools.
I couldn't imagine winning a match against this deck, playing something like Shadows, or just a different deck that gets floodgated.
Okay,
if
that's.
I lost game 1.
Hold on, I would just like to point out that Furman just activated a random MSD on 4 back
Yeah.
rows. And now they're talking about it.
They're disgusting.
Supporting the blind MSC, I guess.
Nah, he'll be alright.
Yeah.
You'll
It's
be
all good.
alright.
I'll step off. Niggas don't know who I am.
All right. So he activates the card. I don't know the
The
name
trap
of it.
card.
Yeah. I know what it
That's how
does.
you-
It tribute.
just
It
say the
tributes
trap
to
card.
negate.
Shout out to all my boys at
Draws a
Nutella.
card.
At Nutella?
What's up, Alex?
Nutella.
All right,
Isn't that
good.
the
You know the
chocolate?
names.
Yeah, I do know the names.
Isn't that the chocolate?
What just happened? Like while we were
Except the 18 guy. I just call him Predator because he has a weird. I can't say his name.
Whoa.
No, it's good.
Alright, it's not out of place.
All right.
but-
So Tyree got hit with Torrential. Now he's playing Duality
The camera got hit.
that's the Wolf Park one, right?
Yeah, that's Altair. Torrential's a card I kind of wish I didn't play this weekend. I cut Bottomless, and Torrential's just it's bad against Burning Abyss and Shadow. It's only good against Satella Knight. So probably looking back, wouldn't have played that. Probably would have sided it at most.
Yeah, Lolly also said the same thing.
I think Tyree seems like he's in a pretty dominant position here. He's got the monsters going, and in my experience, monsters always kind of just trump back row.
Well, that and
He's got a prison set. He's thinking about using it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, Altair just got a 2-for-1 off of that, and I mean, that's huge.
Without the
And,
strata,
yeah, no
yep.
more monsters.
Yeah, this game seems definitely in favor of Tyree.
Wait, he just. Oh.
I think he's got the trap card that we were talking about a minute ago, the one that compulsories and
Oh yeah,
does the
he does have
damage.
that set.
I don't know what the other card is. I can't see it.
All right, so he's summoning Altair. Getting to Neb.
All right.
Yeah,
getting
see,
the
this is-
search one. Yeah.
The game's just gonna snowball here. Like even if Furman starts summoning monsters at this point, he's always gonna be as
Just
far as
behind.
as far
Yeah,
as
too low
tempo goes. He's just
advantage,
gonna he's gonna be behind the whole game.
Mhm.
And really, he's gonna have to deal with whatever Tyree does here too.
And we know one of his back row is essentially a magic cylinder, I guess. So that doesn't do anything as far as tempo is concerned either. So
Is it only on summon? That's what the.
Yeah,
guy
they're
who
all
was
in the
just sitting
summon.
here.
yeah.
No, I mean the trap card.
Oh,
Oh.
the trap card is, it's like when a monster attacks, you bounce back a warrior to deal damage. It's like the highest
Okay.
attacking monster. I don't really know why he's playing it. He's also playing 41 cards with that.
Yeah, his
Broke the
deck name
golden
was
rule.
41 good cards.
Well, I don't agree.
What? He made with Emerald.
41 good card. No,
Oh.
that's what Furman named his deck.
And it's not 41 good cards.
I don't know. Then again, the only rounds that I lost in this tournament were in time. There was the Burning Abyss. Like every time I lost, I was winning the game. But just you play against Burning Abyss, and that matchup just takes forever, as you saw the last feature match. And then, like I guess that's the biggest problem. So maybe that worked out for him. He doesn't lose in time because of that. So.
You know, it makes sense that his set was wiretap because when he used the MST in the end phase against 4 back row, like they know each other's deck lists, and I'm sure they made them together. And Furman knows that Tyree plays 3 emptiness, so he probably wouldn't do that knowing that if he didn't have a way to out emptiness. So it makes sense that his set was wiretap.
Emerald couldn't attack. Altair's effect when it uses the effect, the no monsters can attack other than Satella Knights.
It's gonna try for the Exciton. Okay, so Furman has a second soul charge in his hand.
Are those life points correct? Did they subtract soul charge?
Did you subtract the soul charge?
Was it 2 or 1?
It was for 2.
2, yeah.
See, I also don't agree with this. I think I saw a lot of people playing giant hand just because they have a giant hand, and like I have access to one, but I didn't play it for this tournament. I think Gondavia is just significantly better in this matchup. You can use it multiple times, whereas hand it stops their push for 1 turn, and then the very next turn they're able to push again.
What's the
Oh,
effect of it?
is that the warrior
Uh,
thing that it takes 2 warriors and you
Yeah.
detach and destroy a?
When a level
Oh.
4 or lower monster is special summon, you can detach and destroy the monster that was special summoned. And it also works on soul charge because it's monster or monsters. So it also stops soul charge plays.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I don't think giant hand is necessary. Literally the only matchup that I would prefer that over Gondavia is spellbooks. So
Well, he's about to need both. Oh, I guess not, because you can just normal summon, make it exceed. Wait, how did he special summon 3?
Um,
Trevor, your life points are off.
no, he summoned the Wolfbark one, right?
The wolf bark.
Yeah, he
Never mind.
He soul charged for 2, and then
Trevor, I'm wrong.
So he's at 300?
No, he's not.
no, he is.
He
He just
is?
soul charged the second time, yes.
Oh yeah, I know that. So he's.
all right, so Tyree could be in a good position depending on what the back row is because he can go into Deltero still, and actually, you know what? Furman, I don't know if he attacked or not, but I don't know if bringing
He soul
Delteros
charged.
out. Oh, so yeah, bringing Deltero out in attack position probably wasn't the right play. Now you're leaving yourself. You can just get 101, and then Giant Hand just has 2,000 defense.
How much
so
defense does he have?
Giant Hand?
No, not giant hand.
I was going for
guy.
Cowboy for game.
Delteros had 21, but I mean I guess he had Compulse, so that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're at the point where Furman needs to consistently draw traps to win, or he's just going to get cowboyed.
Yeah.
And it looks like he drew, was that an MST? Something spell.
No. If he
Some kind of
if
spell.
he has Altair, he can make the warrior thing that when they special summon a monster.
Does
level
he?
4. I mean, I don't know if he has it, but he needs that. He needs to be able to make the. Yeah. What's that spell card? Is that MST? Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's for the rest of the turn. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so what Ben was just talking about is you can attack with
Non-stellar.
non-stellar
night
night monsters, but it's for the rest of the turn. So he
Yeah.
Furman
Muhammad
attacks
Shark.
first, and then he summons a main phase 2.
I learned that earlier. Yesterday.
So he's making Emerald.
He's just digging for a trap because, like you said earlier, as soon as Cowboy sticks, then the game's over. So
You know, he had a lot of traps in his opening hand, and he just put 3 monsters back, so it seems less likely.
oh, he drew Nova though. That
Can
was
that
really
tribute his stellar night monster? The
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah, it
I,
sends.
yeah, I think Furman's gonna win this game because
Wow.
he drew
Whoa,
Nova.
that was. I don't think that was correct.
What do you mean?
He should have waited until he summoned Cowboy. And
Yeah,
then
he
used the
could have just
effect,
waited for
and
Cowboy.
then he wouldn't be able to make Cowboy ever again.
This is also, I mean, this is also game next turn.
Yeah.
So
Trevor, he had attacked last turn.
How much?
Giant hand, and I'm not sure. What's the other card's attack?
45.
yeah,
It
it
was
was
45?
So 45 altogether.
Oh, wow. All right, so double soul charge turns the game around.
Furman taking game 1.
Yeah, Nova was that was the best draw.
That game is a pretty good example of why Soul Charge is the best card in the game.
Yep. Honestly, in the next ban list in what 2-3 weeks, I think that's going to be what it's really focused on is just Dragons of Legend cards. I think it's going to be the hands, Soul Charge, obviously, and
Okay.
then probably Curry Bandit. I could see that. But
What card is that?
It's Stygian Dirge. It looks like what they're doing is they agreed to not side it in.
Okay, that makes sense. So does that make? I
Stygian-
guess that makes it more skillful because that card just blow out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a floodgate. Stygian Dirge, for those who don't know what it does, it's a continuous trap, and then it reduces all your opponent's monsters by 1 level. So, in a deck of rank 4s.
all right, we're going to go to a commercial real fast. So.
All right, we're back here in the finals of the Circuit Series in Atlantic City.
What did Furman just take?
Not
I blinked.
really sure.
I think it was Call.
Yeah, Call was on top. I don't know if that was what he took though.
All right, so he starts with the Wolf Bark one.
So that gives off that he has Nova set, or I mean, excuse me, Alpha. So if Tyree has a way to get to the 1800 and not use the effect, he can just attack over and be in a really strong position in this game. Because if Call is what Furman got off of Duality, then essentially two of his 4 back row.
Wait, what is the 1800?
It's
does it
just
do?
a foolish burial.
Oh, Armageddon Knight.
Yeah, that too. That's probably a better comparison. Let's just stop saying foolish.
All right, so Tyree
he has it looks like MST Rhoda.
got Rhoda,
Yeah.
What
so he
is-
can attack over it.
What is that on Tyree's calculator? That is so cool.
What?
He has it divided.
Oh, it's just like it's a chart.
It's so you can go back, because some calculators don't let you go back without doing that.
That one does.
That's the 1800 one, right?
Yeah.
What?
Oh wait, he got Deneb. Okay.
Dennis.
I mean that might not be the worst play. Because I guess from Tyree's point of view, he has Altair in hand, so essentially he's using Rhoda as a foolish burial, and he's also baiting out the counter trap, which is a really strong card for this matchup. So instead of hoping like blind space it or play around it, like you can't play around it the whole game. So he just decided that he was going to get Deneb in the graveyard for next turn and go ahead and play through it while he could.
Does Tyree play Deep Prison?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes that play better, but I'm still not sure I would have done that. I think I might have just let it
It sounds
resolve.
good. Like he already had the
Yeah,
Wolf Bark.
And see now he can use his counter trap, or actually he has MST also, so he could let this go MST one of the other back row
And
and
just
still
throw a
attack
+1.
over.
I mean,
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, Furman
Any
has
chain to it.
has another emptiness. Oh, well, I guess I am. Wait, no, he
Um,
wouldn't chain. He wouldn't chain.
Yeah, I mean chaining emptiness right there, it wouldn't.
It would
be,
stop the special, but then the emptiness would die, right?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Tyree has used Alpha, right? Does he not have Alpha? I'm just confused at this point.
Well, I guess he
I
doesn't.
swear I saw it in his opening hand, but
He might, and that might be why he attacked. And then he might just have a defensive card for the
yeah, I mean, I
attack.
guess he's not in a position where he needs to right now. It's just with 3 back row, you would assume that one of the other ones would be able to stop one of Furman's Altairs if he did have it.
That's
so.
the one special one's from hand, right?
Yeah, that's Bogart Knight.
Okay.
Can it stop summons or only effects?
Can what stop
Effects.
summons? Oh, it stops effects, spells, and traps. So that's what I was saying. You can get the 1800 attack and
Right.
and just not activate the effect.
Gasp.
Yeah, that's not that big of a because I mean, he had. Yeah, I
Yep.
was about to say he has an answer to it. That
So
was
that tells
great
us
for him.
that I'm pretty sure then that means that Tyree has like a prison or something.
Yeah, Tyree probably just next leveled him.
Well, if I were Furman, I would probably expect that he had that if he didn't overlay.
Yeah, but Furman's not you, so I don't think he did.
Usually that mean I don't know. Usually when I do plays like that happens sometimes where I'll either direwolf something or excite Knight just to like bait out cards like that. But usually that's with Soul Charge. But he didn't. He attacked first and then did that main phase too.
I don't think
That's
Furman has soul charge.
yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the only time that I would really ever
Right.
make that play into a field like that. And he sends a Deneb. Looks like oh, there's a glare. Yep, sent a Neb. Yep, and Tyree attacks for 18, so Furman's at 62.
He's going to play the call that he presumably got off the duality. On the first turn.
So Tyree's hand is it Deneb Altair? That's what it looked like. And if that's his hand, by him summoning the 1800 attack guy, it kind of means from our point of view that he probably just has an answer to this Exceed right here, or otherwise he would have summoned Altair and possibly went into like Gondavia or something.
I'm still pretty sure Tyree has a way to stop an attack like Prison.
Oh yeah, I mean, he probably has Prison. Let's see, what could his other? It's obviously not Emptiness.
So I know this isn't that relevant right now, but if you have Karen Gorgon and another monster on the field and you attack with Karen Gorgon and they prison, can you switch the target? Because
No,
I
it's
remember
not
you
an attack
couldn't.
monster.
It's like because the monster that you're trying to redirect it to, it doesn't meet the requirements of an attacking monster. So
I remember that being the case with Kagamusha.
yeah,
I wondered if it was the same thing. Diamond Ire, did Furman draw Soul Charge? No. Drew Duality.
yeah, Drew Duality.
That's not a very good draw right here.
Oh, he attacked first.
What?
I mean, you kind of like that's one thing that
Oh, is that the 1800 guy?
yeah, it's kind of a simplistic thing that
guess I
Satella Knights actually have a problem with. Like you guys played Shaddolls, and I'm sure you realize that if you just summon Dragon, a lot of times Shaddolls have, I mean not Shaddolls, Satella Knights have to overextend more than they would normally want to get rid of a dragon. So 1900 is huge in this matchup. So 1800 is a little bit similar. The only way to get over it's really by
Summon
ramming.
Crash.
Yeah.
So the turn that Furman went Exiton, he had the call set. So what do you think his reason for not playing it that turn was?
Well, did he use Altair that turn? Because like
That's how he made the Exiton. Never mind.
I was about to say that's.
1K and 1 name players. That is time in your round. Current player finish your current turn, then take 5 additional turns. If you
Is that
need
Omega?
assistance, please raise your hand. Call
Yeah,
for a
he's gonna
judge.
force the negate.
Tyree's in a pretty good position. I don't know Furman's other two back row, but again, it comes down to Tyree has monsters. Okay, warning.
Well, he had monsters.
He still has, I believe he has Deneb in his hand. He also has Upstart, so. Oh
Wait.
wow, Soul Charge.
Soul Charge.
That was crazy. Because
What is the reason he didn't play Upstart first? Was he gonna I guess he could.
Well, no, because you
You special the one that searches. So
Yeah,
you
he
don't
wants
want
to draw a
that one.
trap.
Okay,
And I guess he's probably just going to summon that one no matter what he does.
I mean, makes sense.
I'm
kind
kind of surprised why.
He didn't play it. That
Yeah,
turn.
why he didn't play Soul Charge? Because he could have brought back Altair and used its effect. Unless, yeah, no, he could have. I guess it depends. Like if Furman messed up and did it on the summon of Altair, then he could have Soul Charged Altair and used the effect.
Wait, does it say activate or use?
Use.
Okay.
So that that's what I'm saying. Maybe that was the reason. But even then, Tyree's at what 8,000.
Yeah, did
You know,
just special
that's the thing is
Oh,
I
no,
feel
you can
like
also do
the
that.
way Tyree dies this game is just by his life points hitting 0 first. So,
Why is
which
he wait?
as simplistic as that sounds, but it seems like he's just in a dominant position. So I would try and put up a field
Yeah.
and
I just
not take damage, so I can't have like a big soul charge or something.
That makes sense.
personally, the way I play decks like this is it's just you. Once you have them beat an advantage, you kind of just have to step on their throat and just not give them time to breathe. And by Tyree playing Soul Charge, he kind of gave Furman a turn to not answer a field, but instead just get to do what he wanted. So
Soul charge.
You know, I wonder if Tyree was thinking what you were saying, where you make like dire wolf or something just to like bait back row if you have soul charge or whatever.
yeah, maybe he thought he had soul or Furman had Soul Charge.
Yeah, so maybe he wanted to let him use his soul charge first.
Yeah, it was 3. He soul charged for 3, and then he's using Altair's effect to bring back a Deneb. So that's another cool thing. Soul charge in this deck, kind of, you get a monster for free.
I think Furman's playing 3 soul charge and Tyree's only playing 2.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Furman now.
I don't know, like I played 2 soul charge this weekend. It's with 2 soul charge and like 3 call. I think call is actually significantly better for the majority of the game. Obviously, soul charge is more of a blowout card.
Call's really good against other grind decks.
Yeah, well, call is really good. I think that's one of the main cards that like allows us to play against Shadal's. Like if Shadal's were to get the I call it mid-rash, I don't even know what it's called, Winda on the field, then that's one of the only ways we were able to get over it, other than just prison or compulse. There's end phase call it Deneb and then summon something next turn.
Alright, so he set a trap and pulled it back because he doesn't want it killed by whatever it's called. So I guess that it just definitely means it's not chainable. Alright, it's an emptiness. Torrential, almost certainly. Yep.
Things like that, just little like motions like that, kind of gives away certain cards that it can't be. Like Furman just put the card down and then like picked it up, so it's obvious that it's not a card like compulse or anything like that. Just like you said, you picked up that it wasn't a chainable trap just because of like his actions during the game. That's something that a lot of people, they're really careless with the way they play, and that gives away reads to better players.
You know what's really funny? So last night when we went to the casino and when we played blackjack, the dealer had a 10 showing, so he looked under there to see if he had an ace, and he like looked and then re-looked, and you could just like know that it was a low card because he had to double check, and it just definitely wasn't a face card.
He was checking how he was going to have to play. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like things like that, like little things that a lot of people you wouldn't think about picking up on. Like if you pay attention to people's demeanor and the way they play during a game, that you can pick up on a lot of things that could give you the advantage in a match.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna go play my next round.
All right, good luck. I felt so good because I thought it was a low card. I stopped at like a 13 versus a 10 showing, and I was right.
Man, that's brave. I don't even know.
I was right. It was like a 2 down.
So brave.
But then the next card wasn't a 10. I still lost.
Oh man, I want to go play blackjack. What's that?
We're not playing Thunder King.
They both agreed not to play Thunder King.
Okay. So
Oh.
we were just told that they both agreed to not play Thunder King as well.
So Furman got his fill of Thunder King for that game, and he decided he didn't want to play with that anymore.
Yeah, we're done with that.
Next, they might take out Denebs until they're just summoning. They're just gonna play Recruiter beat.
Right, we can just go back to 2006 really quickly. All right.
That's kind of advantageous for Tyree anyway. He got a game off of Thunder King, and now, all right, sure, we can take it out now.
Absolutely.
One day, you guys have 40 minutes. You may begin.
I used to love last format in the Gear mirror. I would draw mind control, win game 1 in the mirror, and then you want to side it out, and they agree. All right, I got a free game.
Not exactly sure what we're pausing for. Sure, maybe like a translation. Oh no, Tyree's got to accept friend request.
Taking a selfie.
Final selfie. Yeah, he's probably
Look, guys, my
translation.
third ring. Maybe. Uh, why would he be looking for a translation right now? Like, there's nothing on the field. There's a Deneb. Huh?
I'm sure it would be a card in his hand.
No, that looks like Google.
It's clearly a text message.
No, it's not.
Maybe not. It looks like there's a word bubble.
I don't know. Yeah, Tyree was on some website. Not that website.
You know what? It might have been like I couldn't see what site he was actually on, but he might have just wanted to look at the deck list or something.
I don't think you're allowed to do that though. I mean, I'm not 100%, but I know in previous.
That they would probably hand it.
Yeah, I was about to say if you're allowed to do that,
Yeah,
they
I
just hand
think-
you the sheets.
I think you are allowed to do that once the deck lists are public,
Oh, really?
but
Oh, maybe that is what. Because I saw like a red banner, and that would be the ARG homepage.
yeah, that might have been it. But yeah, I think they handed me the deck list the last time, but
Let's see. So Tyree added the 1800. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try to say it. It's just the Foolish Burial, and oh no, that's what he had. He was posting on Facebook that he was 1-1 going into Game 3.
oh,
He had to let everyone know before. He didn't post the stream link though.
Game 3. Tyree is 3 out of 5, buddy.
I wonder if he knows that.
I don't know. Tyree just looked up for a moment. Please, God.
I need this.
All right. So, is there any real draw to the Foolish Burial one other than it just being 1800?
Well, the thing is there's a lot of times where with most decks when you play like the drawback to Call the Haunted is drawing it early game.
Yeah.
And it just being one of those cards that like, well, this card's supposed to be for mid and late game. But with that guy, it just synergizes the Soul Charge plays, the Call the Haunted plays. If you don't draw Deneb, then like it puts Deneb in the graveyard for Altair. Like that was another thing with Hat last format was you could have Dionea and not have Murmillo engrave, and it's just 1700 attack. So it just kind of makes the deck flow together, I guess. It's not the greatest card. I played 2. I'm pretty sure they're playing 2. But I mean, it is what it is. It's not the best card.
Wait, is that's Neb?
That's the Nip. That's the Stratos, yeah.
All right.
So Furman double spaces and gets his wiretap hit, which could be really big because if his push gets stopped right here with his last trap, yep, that's really big. Because even if Tyree's going to lose his emptiness right now,
Furman lost his turn.
Yeah, he has no more monsters. Like it's
Furman has a Soul Charge in hand, though.
That was Game 3.
okay. So Tyree drew Upstart. I'm kind of curious, like but the Soul Charge doesn't even matter right here because if that back row isn't something to stop Tyree's play, he can make Gondavia like I was saying earlier, and
Just destroy
it just
whatever
doesn't
he brings
matter.
out.
Yeah. Okay, so it's
Breakthrough.
breakthrough skill.
I think Tyree just drew warning.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, but yeah, yep. This is super simplified game state, and I believe Tyree has Deneb and Altair, so
You know, these kind of games are exactly why I don't really like decks like these.
yeah. I mean, this is where it just gets dumb. It's just I guess to an extent it's degenerate. It's like, oh, I'm gonna play I only have 2 cards, and there's no different routes to take to playing them.
Right, it's like if you summon a Wolfbark thing and I have a trap, I'm going to stop it. If I
Yep.
don't have a trap, I'm not going to stop. There's no decision-making process. Like it's already just like determined what you're going to do.
The games, I think the games where it becomes more skill intensive are the games where like there's both sides of the spectrum. There's this where it's just super simplified, and there's other games where it's I have a monster in 5 back row, and I have to play around these 5 back row, and just like, especially now with the counter trap, like the counter trap is just such a blowout, especially for the mirror. So playing like figuring out how to play around all of those cards, it's not always possible,
Mm-hmm.
but like that's where I guess it's more interesting to watch. Right now, it was literally just Tyree had an 1800 attacker to Deneb.
And drew a trap.
Yeah, and drew a trap. Like that's just what it is now. Furman's going to summon a 17 and hope it goes through, unless he draws MST, which he's already used 2 of.
Right. And, that's probably why this game got so super simplified.
Yeah. Especially since Furman hit an MST off of his MST, which hit the wiretap, which was huge. Because if he would have kept the wiretap, then... Oh, yeah, see the...
All right, so
the Altair went through.
whatever trap he drew did not stop this. Was it like a prison or something?
It could be a prison.
Prison seems pretty underwhelming. 'Cause it doesn't do anything to this exactly. Like, you can get rid of whatever he summons. Like, sure, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know how big of a fan I am of Prison in the Mirror. I don't know, it's like a double-edged thing. Like, sure, you could catch them at 24. If that's Omega, it's 24. Wait, but he shouldn't have attacked. Wait. You should go tell them. He used Altair's effect, right? Jim, stop the game for a second. Just stop the game. Yeah, I think Furman Altair attacked Altair after he uses or attacked into Altair after he used the effect, which changes everything. This is just
There, just not stopping.
they're just playing the game.
Is there any way to rewind the...
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's just they've been drawing.
And
Yeah.
that could be a big mistake on Furman's part too, because it doesn't really change Tyree's play at all. Because like, sure,
What happened, Trevor?
Did he attack?
Zach's like, yeah, rewind it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
see, this doesn't really change anything right here because he's still gonna do this. He's gonna get an extra monster. So I guess that does matter because Deneb is gonna be really good right here to an Omega. Yeah, Furman definitely messed up right here.
What should he have done?
I mean, I guess realistically the best play probably would have been to, like, not knowing the back row would have been to, like, Castell back one of the monsters. That way, because obviously otherwise there would just be an Exceed on board for next turn. But with Call of the Haunted, there's not much you can do other than maybe Gondavia.
Is there something you could do to play around Call of the Haunted? Because I guess,
Gondavia, yeah, that's really the only thing.
I probably would have done that. Like, if he can't attack anyway, he searched the Wolf Bark, right? If my Exceed went through and it's not getting, Blackhorn for all intents and purposes, I know they don't play it, but if it's not getting stopped on its summon, and I got to search, I got to resolve, it's not like a breakthrough, it's not something that stops a summon, then it's probably prison or call, right?
Right.
Then,
Yeah, I mean, like
you don't attack.
Yeah, your 1700 didn't get stopped, so you shouldn't really assume that. Okay, breakthrough. Okay, that's really good. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Furman's playing this game right. It looks like he kind of forgot about either he forgot about breakthrough being engraved clearly because he made Omega,
Right.
when he could have just made like an Emerald or something like
Something.
said Gondavia even, and then it doesn't really set Tyree back too much because he just got a Wolfbark search anyway. So. Or Altair. I should stop comparing these other cards.
That's all I know him by. Please don't. I know what they all do. I just don't know the names. When we were testing with Shadows before they came out, I was using like Pike for Dragon and stuff like that. So for a solid, 3 days or so after we actually got the cards, I was still calling. Which one is that? Is that Pike? Okay. Is that Necromancer?
That's one way that I actually build decks is I like to look back on decks that are very similar. Like Satella Knights are similar. I'm sure you guys have heard the comparison of like Girgia and mainly Fire Fist.
Mm-hmm.
And so that actually helps a lot because in an undeveloped format, like this is clearly brand new, like everyone is new to this. But if you go back and look at other formats where it kind of compares, you can honestly find cards that like other people aren't playing at the time, but have been discovered before, and it gives you a significant edge in tournaments like this at the beginning of a format. So that's sort of another reason why there's a habit of like comparison of these cards.
Do you think because of that, this deck would comparatively get worse as the format goes on, just as other decks get better?
See, I think it's subjective to a few things. Like it depends on how other decks adapt to. Like the meta is clearly like nobody was prepared for Burning Abyss as popular as it was today. Or
It
this
was
weekend.
very popular.
It was actually like it was extremely popular. I played 3 in my first 4 rounds, and but I mean like that's one thing. So people are going to prepare for Burning Abyss a little bit more, and so Burning Abyss might not be as popular. But I think for Shadows and Satella Knights, I think it's a little bit over-exaggerated to where those decks will get worse, because I think everyone was already preparing for those decks enough in the first place.
Did you pay for 2 or 3 for
It-
with Altair?
2, I think.
Well, if he's specialing with Altair right here, then he did 3.
Okay, yep.
I thought those were
Yeah.
No, that power.
I'm talking about just like
All right, so he makes 1/1 to take it back. And Furman had the soul charge last turn. I guess he just wanted to see if Tyree would play his again.
I think he set Emptiness. Is that right?
That would be a very good card here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Emptiness is that card just I don't know.
And we're going to the 4th game. Furman takes this one. Soul charge again. Soul charge is deciding these games.
Honestly, I think it's kind of funny that they've agreed to take out, or not decide Stygian Dirge, decided to take out Thunder King, but they're not taking out Emptiness. Like, I don't think Emptiness is very good. Like, in this matchup, you can make Karen Gorgon Emptiness, and the game's over essentially.
There's some mirrors that I think Soul Charge really hurts the mirror match. Like, it would be a good mirror match without it, and then other ones it helps. Like, I think Mermails, I don't think it was a very good mirror match until Soul Charge came out. And with that, I feel like it just gave you the extra options, and it worked well for that mirror match. But then there are other mirror matches that, like Sylvan's, for instance, Soul Charge was really bad for that mirror. Like, it didn't really give you extra options.
Any card that, or any deck, should I say, that gives the option of playing cards that are essentially floodgates. Like the reason it wasn't good in Sylvan's was because they could just make multiple Felgrands, then you couldn't play on your next turn.
Right.
But with water, usually, I mean, I guess they could make Gaios. But,
they could make Dweller. That was a big one.
For the most part, it was usually just like Dragossack or Bahamut, Anganir. Like it was those. They were good boards, but they weren't things that just hindered my next play. Like I could still make my next play regardless. And
so with that being said, do you think maybe they should be asking each other if they want to side out Soul Charges?
I mean, if they're siding out cards like that, like honestly, I think Emptiness and Soul Charge are more of a problem for this matchup, for this mirror match, than Stygian Dirge and Thunder King would be.
You know what I would do? Let's say if I were Tyree right now and I wanted to side out the Soul Charges, I would offer to do that and not mention Emptiness.
Yeah.
And then side him out anyway because he doesn't have Soul Charge.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad at all. Because now, I'm assuming, but most likely by this time they also have 3 MSCs in their deck. So Tyree could take advantage of the fact that if he just took Emptiness out of his deck and put other, I don't know what other cards he has to side. I think he sides a Crow, which that's actually a really good card for this matchup.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would be bad at all.
Yeah, that's a card that I've seen a lot of people in a lot of people's side deck, but they don't side it for the mirror match for whatever reason, and it's actually very, very, very good.
Yeah, every turn you're getting a Wolf Bark and it stops
It's just a hand trap breakthrough skill essentially. Like it stops, it ends their turn.
And if they only have one of the Shadows, then
Yeah. Well, that's another thing, because then they have to
Foolish Burial or
find a way
redraw
to
it.
get access, to Deneb again. So, and that can be a problem at times.
Morton, do you have
That was Furman's problem at the beginning of game 1. He didn't
Yeah.
have any monsters.
And
You can see that little hand motion too. 1.
they're just it's kind of weird. I don't think Stygian Dirge is that bad for this. It makes them where one player can't exceed, but it's like doesn't Emptiness do the same thing? It's just Emptiness would actually be worse in that regard because it just one person can just shut it off whenever they want, and the other person can't special summon at all. Like they just get beat down if there's a field.
It doesn't look like either of them really have very much to side at all for the mirror. Neither of them side Crow. Alright.
Now, see, this is
I was looking at the deck list. What did he take off duality?
he took Deneb, but the thing, this is the, I guess, kind of weird or strange is in the mirror match. I tend that's one of the only matchups that I actually prefer to go first because I want to set my counter trap before my opponent.
Right.
But Tyree lost the last game and is trying something different than he has the other few games, and that's he's letting Furman go first. So I'm not sure who went first in the game 1.
Who won the dice roll?
Yeah, but maybe Tyree's seeing a trend of Furman's been going second and winning the games he's going second. So maybe he's trying to adjust his game plan according to that. He takes MST. I think the other two are Breakthrough and Emptiness.
Yeah. So that's the thing is, even if ideally you should know that, but going into this matchup, like how the matchup goes, like if it's better to go second or whatever, you don't always know that. So you don't want to just be stubborn. Like
Right.
it'd probably be good to adapt,
Yeah.
even if it is in the finals.
Especially that's one. It's really cool thing to see when it's a best of 5 is it gives players because like if in a normal match this would be over and Furman would have won, but it's kind of cool to see the like how players adapt in mid match and it just changed their whole game plan. So
That was cool on Tyree's part. He kept the MST in hand for the in-phase call.
yeah, that was good. So that gets warning. So Tyree goes to 6,000.
I would think that Tyree has some out to soul charge if he's going to warning up.
I could honestly see him having the counter trap because, like, first off, like you said, he warning the Altair, but he didn't really use whatever this thing's called. You know the name of this 1800 guy? The Armageddon Knight. He didn't use its effect, so he's playing around the counter trap. So maybe he's just trying to get in a position to where Furman doesn't have a monster on the field and is forced to soul charge without a monster, and then he can play the counter trap, or I guess right here he has Emptiness.
Yeah, the counter trap makes sense. He could. I'm not saying he doesn't have it. He very well could.
Emptiness makes sense also. That's
Emptiness makes sense also is where I was going with that, yeah. Just that if he were going to warning that, he would have some sort of out to soul charge. He probably wanted to... what was the attack of the other one?
Which one?
The one Furman summoned last turn.
It was 17, Altair.
Okay, so... Huh.
That's why this one makes me think he has the counter trap because he could just.
Why would he
could
not
just
emptiness that?
Yeah, I don't like I said the only real reason I could see is because he has the counter trap. Maybe I don't know.
Even if that were the case, why would it not be better to emptiness and then still just have your warning? if you can just attack over the 17 the next turn. Do you just want emptiness for? Is it like a super big blot if you can establish a single monster?
I mean, well, with 18, there's like I said, since they're not playing Thunder King, there's no way to get past emptiness 18 other than ramming or like prison or something like that. Like it's.
I guess another thing is that emptiness is almost the better one. Like, let's say Furman has the Wolfark and Soul Charge. If he goes summon the Wolfark and Tyree warnings it to protect his field, and then Furman can have Soul Charge. Or on the other hand, if he uses warning there and then has the emptiness for later, and then emptiness hits both the Wolfark and the Soul
Right.
Charge. So that might be what Tyree was going for.
Yeah, he's just getting 18 again. The way Tyree's playing, it seems like he has a read
On the counter trap?
on the counter trap right now, and he's just playing like, yeah. I mean,
It makes sense. All of his cards are going through,
yeah,
and he's not like activating.
yeah. And now he's gonna summon Altair oh, he's not gonna summon. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have anything in the graveyard because he hasn't been using the effect. So he has Vega Altair in hand. That's another, I guess, kind of drawback is because he's been playing around that card. He doesn't have to neb, so all his Altair plays are just weaker.
The Soul Charge, is it going to decide this game?
Nope. Yep. There's the
Wiretap.
That's a huge card in the mirror match as far as if it hits the alpha. He just got a +1, and now he's going to resolve his
Now Soul Charge.
Soul Charge, yeah.
Has every single game in this match been decided by Soul Charge?
Yes. At least I know for sure every game that Furman's won's been decided off Soul Charge. Because game 1, Tyree was winning.
Right. And he had the second Soul Charge.
So he paid 1,000. Maybe he could have paid 2,000. Yeah, he probably paid 2,000.
Yeah, if he's searching. It depends if he summons this. We'll know.
Chances are that way he can use Altair's effect from the one he just searched.
Right.
Because depending on what his back row is, he could just he could Dire Wolf right here and then just go into his second Altair. He could also another thing. I don't know. It's really like weird because he could do the other Altair even if he didn't pay for but the 2, so he still has the Altair's effect. If you do use that, you're not going to get Deneb to search again. So then you're essentially cutting yourself off from Altair after that. So it kind of stops the cycle. So even if he did.
Emerald seems really good in that it just keeps it going.
Yeah, that's.
Oh wow, Furman just drew another Soul Charge.
It's kind of. Emerald's weird. It's one of those cards that it's more of a luxury if you can stick it. There's never games where it's really too close where you can stick that card. A lot of times you kind of have to force it just because otherwise you're running out of steam.
Right.
So I mean it's more of a luxury when you can bring it out, and Furman was in that position.
I just came in. So does Furman have enough for his Soul Charge to be live, or does he not have very many monsters in graveyard? I guess now he is.
He's got a
few.
good deal.
I mean, I guess he's at 23, so he could only summon 2 anyways, and now he has 2.
It's a weird play though. To make Emerald when you have Soul Charge. He drew Emptiness. So yeah,
Wow.
I think he drew the Soul Charge, right?
I don't know. No, he had Soul Charge. He drew Emptiness, but I just don't think.
I think Tyree drew the counter trap last turn, so if he goes summon,
What does he have in his hand? Altair.
yeah, he's got the Wolfark, I think. So if he goes summon the Wolfark and then Furman tries to use the emptiness, then he can use the counter trap. But didn't we establish earlier that, or at least Tyree thinks that Furman has the counter trap set, right?
Right. And has there been anything so far that would tell Tyree otherwise?
I don't think so. It probably is the counter trap.
Yeah, because that's been there since turn 1. It's just Tyree's been attacking, summoning, everything.
Yeah, and he's leaving a monster up right now. Rhoda, that had to be good, right?
Yeah, Rhoda's really good right here. So this is emptiness. Yeah. Now,
I don't think he should have attacked
that would
there.
almost be something that would make me think it wasn't the counter trap because I would use the counter trap before I used emptiness.
Okay, well, I do not think Tyree should have attacked there, because now like he's opening himself up for like Altair and stuff like that. Thoughts?
I mean, I don't know what Tyree's set is, mate.
Don't call me that. I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Alright.
so Tyree does have the counter trap, and then draws Altair. That's really big. I mean, this is assuming that
It's gonna be soul charge for just the one.
One, yeah.
yeah, because is this the third soul charge?
Wait, does he not have Altair in grave?
Yes.
He did.
So this is, if this was the third soul charge, wasn't he at?
He doesn't want to put himself in cowboy range, probably.
No, I mean, if
I
he
don't know-
summons
I don't know if
Altair,
life
he can just
points
get
are
another
correct.
one for free.
Oh.
So he doesn't have an Altair. I mean, I would guess he doesn't have an Altair.
It's used the effects this turn.
Oh. Oh yeah, he used the.
All right, wait. So if
Now Tyree finally gets soul charge.
all right, well,
That was
I was
not the
going to
counter
say that if Furman's other set is the counter trap, then
That was not the right play
that was not the right
because
one to use.
Yeah, 'cause he would've-
it's clear by how Tyree's been playing that he's been playing around the counter trap.
Right. So you shouldn't flip the new
so
one.
you shouldn't flip the new one because clearly he has a read on the old one being a counter trap. So you want him to like reset his whole line of thinking on the new back row after you show him the one that he had been right on.
Wait, does the counter trap negate the activation?
Probably.
Yeah, the counter trap negates the
Yeah.
Okay.
activation. But the only reason you can't use Altair is because it's used, not activate.
So Tyree normal summon this turn, right?
He did normal summon.
Okay, so we almost definitely know that that's not the. I mean, yeah, we do know that's not
Does
the
he
counter
play
trap.
or does he play a black ship? Tyree,
Uh,
Tyree, we could just go for game.
I
here.
don't think he does.
I can check.
We all were at the same table when we were writing our deck list, and I saw black ships on the table, but I was kind of against that card. I didn't think it was.
Well, he does not play it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone for the most part cut it. I guess it would be.
Why?
good.
What was the
black
reason?
ship. Because usually, majority of the time, either Castell or 101 was going to be the better card. Like in general, bringing out one. of
Other
those two
than
cards.
literally
But
killing
yeah,
them.
Other than in this situation right here, than just killing them.
So what's the point of Cowboy?
I mean,
I guess
like
if they don't.
Cowboy's a little bit different. Like Cowboy's a card you
It's
can,
less
you
specific,
can
too.
bring out and it puts pressure on them, and it also is just 3,000 attack to cards like Karen Gorgon that you wouldn't be able to just attack over otherwise.
Except Karen Gardner, target another card. Yeah, I get what you mean. Big beaters. I guess that makes sense. That and like if you have soul charge and like they just use their.
It'd be funny if Furman were just messing with him, letting Tyree think this entire time about what he's going to target, and he's like, counter trap.
I'm
Really
kind of
is.
curious on what the trap or what the back row is now. Like,
Yeah.
that's probably what's taking Tyree so long is he had to rethink.
Is that for 3 or 4?
That's for 4.
It's
That was
it's
Ooh.
oh,
4.
man, I don't
He had
know.
0 monsters.
It just depends.
It's weird with Satella Knights. Like it
Can't
could
tell.
be 3 or 4. It just
Oh,
depends on.
no. Wait, didn't he use Altair earlier? That's why he negated it.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He
So it was
the
for 4.
the Altair.
It was for 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that
Altair's
and
a
Altair
five.
summons in defense.
Yeah, it was for 4.
Man, it's just 2 reasons we should know that.
See, another thing, I don't know if Tyree knows if Furman has an Altair in his hand, but one play is you can always go into Cowboy and just like leave it on the field, and he has to clear it in one turn. Like that's something he has to answer on his very next turn. So. I don't know if that's an option right now because let's see. His
Wait,
hand
is that Altair? Oh.
Altair Deep Prison.
Compulse? Yep. Ah, man, I just pulled up the list of like going over possible cards that it could be. I feel that would have been much more impressive if
I-
I
Said
had
it
gotten there
beforehand.
5 seconds earlier, right?
I wish I could see Furman's like graveyard
yeah.
because if there's not another Deneb in there, then he was joking and putting the dirge on the field. If there's not another Deneb in there, he can go Castell and cut off the Altair that's in Furman's hand. I'm also kind of curious. Oh, he played the counter trap. Never mind. I was gonna say I saw a D prison, and that's because that's what he drew off.
Look at Furman. Do you think Furman thinks he's winning?
I mean,
We could probably tell
No.
one way or the other.
I don't
Yeah,
think so. His smile keeps transitioning to a frown.
I don't know. His demeanor definitely changes when he's winning or losing. He gets. Maybe this is just his attitude because he's playing against a friend. Maybe it's just an attitude because he's up a game. Like he has one more game to win.
That's what I was thinking. Like, but it keeps transitioning into a frown. Like, he thinks he's like. I mean, he thinks he's losing, but like he's up, so he's smiling.
Yeah. Tyree's thinking about Gondavia. I'm pretty sure if Furman has other, let's see, he has other targets for the Altair. Then I'm pretty sure you just have to go Emerald and try to draw a trap, right?
Wait, does the gonorrhea thing like do normal summons too? Just special?
Can you not see that?
Oh man.
He's 14.
I probably don't even know what that means.
Oh no. Well, I don't even remember what your question was, and I don't want to know.
Wait, does it do normal summons? I feel like I read it and it did normal summons.
I think it's just
No, it
special.
just says specials.
Okay.
That card be insane. Card's already insane, actually. Tyree drew a trap. I don't know what.
Chat wants you to go to timeout.
Oh. As my brother always says to
Torrential.
everybody, sit in the corner.
Trinchel's really good right here.
Mm.
Well, Furman has drew a prison.
He
Correct?
drew a prison and a counter trap.
Oh, he drew. Well, the counter trap's going to be dead right now. So.
It'll be. I would. Well, I
Oh,
guess the
no,
life
this-
points are
th-
so
This
low.
is really good because he can summon Altair, make Omega, and the D prison will be pointless. And since all of Furman's Altairs are gone.
Never mind.
Yeah, I think I just would have done. I mean, I guess call is good too.
It's all right.
I mean,
Isn't it possible that Tyree just dies next turn? Like, couldn't
he-
this
he-
go?
He can just summon an attack, so he has to stop the attack.
Right.
and
So he
then-
goes prison, and the next turn.
Wait,
Oh,
why did he?
Oh no. It's actually really convenient that he's at 1800 because if he goes summon, get the whatever back, get anything back, and he could tribute the whatever he gets for the counter trap and attack for 17 for game. But
Oh.
Tyree's at 18, so it's a very convenient
no.
number.
Well, Furman doesn't have Altair in his hand, so that can't happen. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure all
does
his
he not?
Altairs are gone. He searched the 1800.
Oh.
So this puts Tyree in an amazing position.
Oh, that does certainly. I thought he had the wolf bark in him.
Because now Tyree's just going to call and then attack with his other monster, assuming it's 15. Like majority of them in the deck are 15 or above.
Well, isn't he just gonna flip the counter trap when he tries to?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's going to stop the call, and then there's not going to be a monster on board. So Furman's going to have to draw a trap
You know-
off of this counter trap right here.
What is that?
You know, I almost think that Tyree should have just flipped the call. Actually,
Right
like when
away.
he drew.
Yeah, that probably would have been the right play.
You
I can
know,
see that.
because if he has vanities, summon attack for 18's game anyway, so it kind of just loses the same ounce, but then it gives him the trap card as an out.
Oh, Furman drew call. Oh, did he draw call? Oh, no. Okay.
No, he drew a monster.
So
All right,
Tyree
so
lost?
we're going to game 5. No, Tyree won.
I mean, I guess they didn't do a handshake. Wait, what's?
It's not over. It's they're going to game.
No, I understand, but like if Furman won, it would have been a handshake.
All right, we're gonna go to a 60-second commercial. Thanks for watching.
guys? Welcome back to the finals of the Circuit Series here in Atlantic City. It is currently 2-2 with Aaron Furman versus Tyree Tinsley. During the commercial break, we were talking about how, well, at least I was saying that I think I might side in Max C in this matchup if I were either one of them. Because if you hit the Wolfbark guy, if they, which they summon literally every turn, then it's not going to sit there dead, and they're either going to not have an exceed on the field, so they stop, or you just get advantage out of it. Plus, the deciding card in every single one of these games, I think even the first game that Tyree won, he had a pretty big soul charge a couple turns before he won that put him in the winning position. So
If you maxi there, yeah, you get a bunch of cards, or they have to stop one or the other. So it's like it's a defensive card that you can really play around.
Yeah, it's the defensive card that is the counter to what's been winning, the first 4 games.
Wait, Brandon, does the trap card have to negate a monster effect that activates on the field?
No.
Okay.
So what did he take off duality?
I don't know. Did you guys see what he took off the duality?
I believe it was a trap.
Well, that is not very helpful.
All 3 of them.
He said 4. Alright about that one, guys.
So Altair gets warning. That could be really big depending on what Furman's other back row are. I think he has an alpha though, so.
These are the games that whoever resolves the Stratos first.
Yeah, and that seems like what it is. Tyree resolved the Stratos, but at the same time, see, these are the games I'm talking about where it's just gonna. I don't know. It's just so weird.
Call could be huge.
Emptiness, and now I think this is where alpha is gonna come down if he has it. Nope. So he doesn't have.
He might.
Oh, you know what? He could have it
could
because
just have
he doesn't want to play in a Tyree's. That could make sense too.
He could also just have MST once. The big.
MST was on the duality, so I'm not sure what he took off the duality. But if he did take MST, then that is one of the cards. But that wouldn't make sense right here because he would just chain it. So.
All right. So that seemed like a pretty big turn for Furman.
Thank you. No problem.
He attacked, got prisoned, and then crashed. Warnings to the Wolfbark.
So
That's a Wolfbark, right?
So that Altair is in Furman's hand. I'm assuming he searched that off the nib.
Yeah.
So wait, does anybody in the chat know what he took off call? I'm still confused. Besides the trap card.
See, that might have been a little bit of a mess up. I don't know. I guess it depends on what Tyree has set, but Tyree could have played Soul Charge and then Call the Haunted to play around Emptiness.
Well, does that actually do very much? Because what does he call it?
That's what I'm saying. It depends on what else Tyree has. Like, he has Deneb, so he could search a Wolfbark. But then you're kind of trading Soul Charge.
All right, so I would think that.
One kid, one day players, that is timing your round. Current player finished current
There
turn,
may
takes
very well
5
be other
additional
things that
turns.
give this away,
Need
like the fact that
assistance,
he might have
raise your
just
hand,
played it
call
if
for
he
a
had
judge.
it, but I don't think Furman's set can be call anymore because either of his sets can be, because if they were, then he would have just not blind spaced
Right.
and then just throw it into a back row, and then if he plays emptiness, he'll just play it on the other one.
Why did he make Omega?
Soul charge
That's
emptiness. Wow.
Good.
That's
a reason.
He just drew 2 empty. See, yeah, this is my problem with this matchup is just Furman drew double emptiness, so
He wins.
He wins. Yeah, he just made a board and now has double emptiness. That's all.
Yeah, emptiness has been like this.
That's just like
In
that's how it's
every
been.
format, really.
Soul charge and emptiness, like
All the way back to
yeah.
Oppression, Teledad, J. Kim.
Okay, so that was pretty big.
That
because
was good.
Now,
Ooh,
now
Duality
Furman's
was
going to-
had to be an amazing draw.
yeah,
They just went back in time really fast.
yeah, that was very organized.
What's it called again?
I have no idea. Omega should be in the extra deck. And they're
Oh.
resolving duality while Omega's on the field. I don't get it. And now there's a soul charge. See, there's this.
I think the judges are talking to them about reversing the game state.
Well, I mean, there's nothing to reverse. Like it was played correctly.
I mean, I understand, but like, why would they be doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm just saying, there's no reason to.
Should emptiness go?
It will when pot of duality resolves.
Tyree has no cards in hand, nothing on the
Yeah,
field.
it just looks like Furman's gonna win this pretty easily. Like
Unless Tyree
honestly,
top decks Soul Charge.
see, this is another one of those situations where I said like when you're playing a control deck, when you have the chance. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. When you have the chance, just don't go for the control play. Just you're ahead, then make plays like you're ahead. And right now he can summon Alpha. Or not Alpha, he can summon Altair, make Direwolf, Soul Charge, set up a board that Tyree's not going to be able to top deck out of.
So wait, would it have been a good idea for Furman to last turn have just summon Altair and attack?
No, I don't think so. You don't leave duality in your hand just like...
No, that's not what I mean. I mean after he played duality. So like he would be at 26.
Well, he tried to attack. He played duality in phase 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
duality
yeah, you're right. My bad.
What is that call?
Call. Okay, so he's gonna.
So that's going to get to Neb. That's actually pretty big.
It is.
So that makes the Soul Charge
Now, what's
weaker.
what's with the ruling thing that?
I didn't really want to touch on that because I wasn't really sure. I know at Nationals they were ruling that if you use Call the Haunted in response to like a MST on Myrmilio, then it wouldn't be able to activate its effect. And I don't know. Like
Yeah.
these cards are new. I don't know if there are rulings for these cards that are different than Myrmilio.
You know, that's the reason that Tyree played the call on the summon though,
Yeah.
is because that is how it's being ruled. Is that if he direwolfs the call and then Tyree changed the call, then since it's not on the field, or it's not at the same place that it activated or
Right,
something,
yeah.
right? Which is weird. Does that mean like if I torrential Caius, nothing gets banished?
I have no idea. I mean, some of these things are just because somebody said so.
Well, I mean, Myrmilio might be different. It's mandatory. But, like,
I'm pretty
optional
sure
effects.
Furman's the one to his left is the counter trap. I'm almost positive.
The one to Furman's left.
Yeah.
Furman's like, which of these options do I want to use?
Man, a 41 card deck might just win.
See, because another thing that would make me think that would be like he had the option to bring out Gondavia. Oh, it's Compulse.
Compulse.
Like he had the option to bring out Gondavia just then. And
Gondavia?
Instead, he just decided to wait. See, like I don't think that was the right play. Maybe does he play Gondavia? Is that like a card in his extra deck? That would make so much more sense if he just didn't play it.
He doesn't play it. Yeah, he doesn't play
that
it.
would make a lot of
yeah,
sense.
that makes a ton of sense.
Except for the fact that the card's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Other than that one.
It was
That
clearly
makes
just
his plays
it was clearly not right
more
for him
sense.
not to play that, but it makes his line of plays make more sense.
Nah, I don't know about his deck decisions. 41 cards and no Gondavia. I said it right this time.
No, you tried.
All right. Congratulations to Aaron Furman.
Finally got a ring.
He's been pretty consistent this year. Like I said, he got second in Wisconsin and then top 4 the next one I think in DC.
Was this his 4th or 5th top this year?
I'm not sure.
Pretty sure it was his fourth.
And yeah, he's been on a roll lately. So he gets his first ring.
Yeah, I would have liked to see them at least take out emptiness. I mean, I guess you can make the argument Soul Charge can be stopped by like the counter trap and warning and torrential and those kind of cards, but that like emptiness was just
I think
like everybody saw.
Tyree did side in 3 maxi, by the way.
Oh, did he?
Did
He
you
didn't
see
draw
that?
them?
No, no, I think he's
I saw
putting
him
the cards back
I thought
into
he was
his
just
extra deck.
rearranging them.
Possibly. That might be it.
Yeah, I would have liked